Good evening everybody and welcome to Apex Racing TV. We're back with the BSR Formula Renault, this time from the Nurburgring circuit in Germany. Hello everybody, Andrew Woodhouse alongside iRacing World Championship driver Alex Simpson. And Alex, we're back again, second commentary of the day for us today after the Rickmatek. And yeah, the Nurburgring, we love this place and it should be a good one.
Yep, we do love this circuit. Obviously it's the GP circuit without the arena, so a little bit more interesting in the first sector there. Switches to the left very quickly, so quite bumpy there, so it's going to be tricky for the guys, and very unusual lines that you have to take, so it's really wide, and yeah, it's going to catch a few people out as the car rejoins the GP circuit. But yeah, like you say, second broadcast of the day. It's strange to say it like that, but yeah, there's a fair few hours in between them. But I have to say, after a 4 o'clock in the morning finish, I feel pretty shattered at this point.
Yeah, you and me both. I was just talking about the fact that I had to leave 2 hours early this morning, so yeah, it's not the ideal preparation for an iRacing racing, but I'm sure it's going to be fun. I tell you what, looking at that first corner complex, actually, very possible we could have a bit of carnage there on the first lap, because it's very narrow and there is a wall sort of sticking out to catch out any victims.
Yeah, there is, and the curb actually is. If you hit that curb on the inside, it actually really does upset the balance of the car, and you'll lose a lot of time. So the ideal line is almost to take sort of the traditional line where you sort of go all the way around the hairpin, but then you want to sweep back across to the left, if that makes some sense. So it's not all that dissimilar turn one as far as how much you need to brake and slow down as well. So yeah, all the way down to a second gear, just the same. Yeah, but like I say, it's just a bit tricky with how the rejoin the GP circuit. It's quite bumpy, and the cars, obviously these cars are very low, so it really affects the balance over there. So if the car pushes coming through that corner, we'll see a lot of cars sort of have snap oversteer through there.
I'm aware there's been a few changes to the series in terms of participation and things like that. Just in case anybody wants to get involved, would you be able to go over those changes?
Yeah, of course. So the entry fee per week is £5 per week now, as opposed to the 10. Prize pool obviously is just carrying over. Those that have already paid up so far just get an extension on what they've already done. But what they've done now is that they've introduced another wild card, or some more wild card slots, so that you can still get into the showdown at the end of the season and go for the prizes at the end. And that's going to be the purse from this point, from this race onwards, the highest sort of average points finisher from now to the end of the season. Minimum of 10 races to count, so there's a big load of drops that you can do with it as well. Will get yourself into that showdown. So I believe it's 2 for the pro, 2 for the teams, and 2 for the YAM. So more wildcard slots opened up to get yourself into that showdown. And
it's of course, a long old season, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's still exactly going through to September. So
it allows people to join the season a bit later on, and if they're good, can still get a good chance to get into the showdown. Of course, anybody can use those new wildcard slots, so even existing people in the series as well. So it's not like it's an unfair advantage to new people to get in the showdown. Right. Anybody can get it, so you can join sort of halfway through and get it. And of course, every point you score in this championship goes towards a prize sort of raffle draw at the end of the season, and we have about $10,000 worth of sim racing prizes to give away, including like the Leo Bodner Sim Steering V2. There's this Precision Sim Engineering GP1 room that retails about £2,500, and
which I'm very hoping that I win with my 2 races that I did earlier on the season.
Anyone
because
can
my
win.
wheel's broken.
Yeah, there's races, cockpits, GT Omega cockpits out there as well. A day down at sort of Adrian Quaife Hobbs's simulator, so having a go on the Pro Sim, so you can get some racing tips off of Adrian there. So yeah, there's lots of different prizes up for grabs.
GP2 series driver and GP3 series driver. For those who don't know Adrian, but yeah, he's had quite a lot of top 10s, top 5s in GP2, so he knows exactly what he's on about.
Yeah, so lots still to enter for, so get involved as well. It's be good fun.
Well, man who's having fun out there, as he seems to have every week, is Martin van Loosnod at the minute, because he's on pole position at the moment. about a quarter of a second ahead of Pete Berryman, so that's a good, well, that's 3/10 actually ahead of Pete Berryman. Samuel Libert in third, Jack Keighley fourth, Josh Thompson in fifth. Sixth for Christian Rose, John Godfrey seventh, Jos Honig in eighth. Stephen Baxter ninth, and George Lee Wright rounds out the top 10. I think everyone's pretty much completed their laps, haven't they? Is there anybody out there still, Alex?
No, I don't think so. I think that is it now.
Then, okay, so going from George Lee Wright in 10th, 11th is John McCutchinson, also, of course, a race winner earlier on in the season. Tom Depker in 12th, Paul Denton 13th. 14th is David Baker. That's quite a long way down for him. Obviously not getting on that well with the Nurburgring this week. Stephen Inskip is in 15th. New driver to the series, I believe. Robert Plumley in 16th. Daniel Hunt 17th. Roy Viverke in 18th. And then got a little apology to issue, Alex. Mr. Cullinan. It's Rafe Cullinan, not Ralph.
Oh, okay. Well, there we know.
go.
Now we know.
Yeah. He did tell me himself, and I wish more people would do that, because if I'm saying
we don't know, do we?
If I'm saying your name wrong, tell me. Honestly, I've no idea. Anwar Smith is in 20th, Kip Stevens 21st, and Alan Mitchell at the back. It's surprising for him to be that far down, actually. 22nd place, obviously didn't get a very good lap.
No, it's a tricky one. So a few new drivers then, so that's good to see. Peter Berryman leads the championship, 3,144 points from Dave Baker, 3,105. So still pretty close up there. Martin van Loozenord, after a couple of weeks off with skiing and whatnot, 2,877, moved himself up to third. Jack Keighley is fourth. Paul Denton is in fifth. That's the overall stand-ins. Paul Denton actually leads the amateur championship as well, with Jos Honig in second, Christian Rose in third, Baxter is fourth, and White is in fifth. Apex Racing UK lead the Teams Championship from Feka Sim Sport Europe and the Apex Racing Academy, followed by CQR Club and Pro Sim.
No David White this week, so he can't defend his fifth in the championship, at least not very easily anyway. No René Osterkamp this week either, so a couple of drivers missing. So it is encouraging that we've got a field of 22, despite a few drivers actually not making it to the grid this week. So Nurburgring GP then, Alex, it's quite a long circuit for these Renaults. It's 4.5 kilometres, even without the arena section. And we should see some good overtaking opportunities, I think. Yeah,
it's a nice flowing track. It's a bit bumpy in places, so again, with the low ride height of these Renaults, it does make it a little bit interesting. But yeah, I think should be a lot of fun. Like you say, racing should be good.
Here we go. About ready for the start then here. We've got 4 9-lap races this evening. We're almost ready to go here. Red lights are on.
Green, green, green.
Green light is on. Good initial start by Berryman. Can he get the second phase going? Because if he can, he might be able to overlap Van Loozenord. And here he goes up the inside to Berryman. Oh, these two are very close into the hairpin. And then Van Loozenord took the inside line, but Berryman got the exit, Alex, on the outside.
Yeah, side by side, good racing, and will soon become teammates in this series as well. Pete trying to get up the inside. We'll get the better exit to see that.
He hits the curve hard, does Martin. Just stop that momentum a little bit, and into the Dunlop curve goes Berryman. He's got a chance now. Up the inside, it's very hard to defend around the outside of that corner. And look at that, using the banking and the camber. His advantage into the Schumacher S, though surely it's Berryman still. Van Loozenord can't go around the outside of the Schumacher S. It's almost impossible to do. There's a car off. Oh, hello. That's a big one for
Thompson.
All the way around. He couldn't get into the races last week, and finally into the races. And and there's a crash for Alan Mitchell.
Yeah, Josh, I think, recovering, moved to the left to actually let him go, I think. But yeah, we saw something similar to that in the World Championship. There's a crash on the straight as well, ahead of us. I think.
Van Loozenord's gone, and he's hit Berryman.
Well, and Plumley involved in something as well.
Alex, but that was a big one involving the leaders.
Yeah, let's take a little look at that back, see exactly what happened, because Plumley got caught in something.
Martin.
see if we can see what happened to both of them here.
Martin just lost the rear on the way in, and he smashed into Berryman. Oh, Berryman's got away with it somewhat. Still going out there, Pete. Oh, he's up the inside of someone into the first corner. He can't quite get that done.
Yeah, so Martin just lost it in the chicane, didn't he?
Too hot on the entry, wasn't it? Did he lock the rears there, Alex, or was that
Very
just...
easy done. You know, the guys have a habit of running the brake bias quite a way back so that, you know, they can help the car rotate with the brake pedal. And yeah, if you're a bit late, it can catch you like that.
Or did he just simply lose the rear, do you think?
Yeah, it looked like a brake lock-in to me.
Yeah. Jos Honig, oh man, who's that on the outside? Berryman, very wide. It seems like those two have got away largely with not a lot of a problem. Van Loosenhoor's bent his front wing a little bit. Somebody's gone off in the Schumacher race, I think. Who's that? Who must have gone? That's Stephen Baxter, who took quite a lot of the gravel. Not sure.
George Lee Wright just running a little bit wide. Just before he comes onto the back straight.
Samuel Libert's leading. Jack Keithley in second. George Lee Wright in third. Christian Rose in fourth. John Godfrey in fifth. Let's see what that is as we cross the line. Yeah, good advantage for Libert. It's like Christmas for him, seeing those two crashing out in front of him. Now he leads well over Jack Keithley.
The chicane causing some hassles for a lot of drivers out there, so different lines going on, other drivers not quite as committed through there and sort of bunching up somewhat.
Probably not a driver out there, Alex, that has never made a mistake in that chicane, I'll tell you that.
No, I don't think so. Christian Rose doing well, half a second behind George. Martin trying to recover as well. He's tucked up behind John McHutchinson right now.
Now, what's his pace like? 1:42.9 last time. Quicker than McHutchinson, but it's about 1.2 seconds slower than Thompson. So, just Thompson, who just had a spin, much faster than Van Loosenhoorn, who's got the accident damage.
Yeah, Martin definitely has got front wing damage there as well. As we know from the history already of this series, it doesn't half slow you down in a straight line in this car. Even with the slipstream, Martin's not able to keep up. As there's an incident ahead. Depke is around. What happened there? Poor old Tom, always involved in something.
Christian Rose versus George Lee Wright for the final step on the podium as well.
Come back to that in a second.
Yeah, no worries. What happened to Tom then?
Yeah, just having a quick look, see what happened. It might be, doesn't look like anything's going on, no one's around him, so it could be just a self-spin. It is, yep, just lost the car on under braking on the way in. Fortunately, everybody scrambled around and avoided him, so he's able to just continue.
Thompson's going to easily go past Van Loosenhoorn here on the straight.
Oh, and that battle that you're on about, Rose around the outside of turn one, and George takes quite a bit of speed going into the hairpin there, and he's able to maintain that position.
John McHutchinson nearly got hit by Josh Thompson. Now Thompson's going to go trying to have a look on McHutchinson. McHutchinson goes wide, keeps position well. Oh, look at the run that Thompson got. Going to have a go into Dunlop curve, surely. He goes to the inside. McHutchinson's quite late on the brakes, but Thompson's later. Josh Thompson is through, and Van Loosenhoorn spins.
Yeah, damage really causing Martin some hassle out there.
Again, though, it looked like the rear left him again. Needs to, I don't know if he needs to just chuck that brake bias a bit further forward. At the minute, he's down in 15th place.
Still a great battle going on between Thompson and Hutchinson right now. And John's got a better drive coming out onto the back straight. He'll use that slipstream, close up, get closer and closer, 0.2 of a second. Not going to be close enough to take a look into the chicane, but certainly not letting Josh get away.
We were watching the Formula Renaults at that very corner, weren't we?
Oh, we were indeed.
In September with the Blancpain support race, and at one point it was so foggy we could not see the corner at all.
So foggy, so cold as well.
It was very cold, wasn't it? Oh dear me! Look at this between Van Loozenhoorn, Verwerke and Depke. Verwerke from Belgium. Too far down the road, really.
Good to see Verwerke into the series as well.
Yeah, he's tried
all these faces that you've seen before, but yeah, Dan Hunt as well out there. He's not actually running. So there's quite a few new ones actually.
Which livery does Verwerke have for you? I've got a nice Belgian-looking one. Red, yellow, and black one.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks good. I know it's just a normal painted one, I think, but.
I don't know if it's black actually, it's more sort of red and something.
Red and yellow?
Yeah, more red and yellow. Oh, he's having a great battle with Tom though.
Yeah, fantastic. Doesn't matter which colour his car is. Really, he's having a great scrap there. And look who's that behind, is that Samoa Smith. He's on the back of this group. So Verwerke goes to the inside. Remember, Alex, he was the safest driver of last year's BSR TC. Is Roy, so this is a good opportunity for him to have a bit of a dust up on the track and not really have to worry about his safety rating and safety points and things.
Yeah, Smith keeps him or catches him napping there, straight through.
The door open.
Jos Honig and John Godfrey.
Oh, he's him
close together. Ah, just as I flip away.
I think Verwerke just tapped Anwar Smith. It was the smallest little nudge, but round goes he. So he's down a couple of places behind Alan Mitchell now, and Robert Plumley, who's not having the greatest race meeting either so far.
No, Rob was unfortunately caught up in a lap 1 incident, wasn't he? He was on the inside, I think, on the curb, and the car just bounced a little bit awkwardly, and yeah, he caught one of the guys there, so unfortunate.
Samuel Libert leads by 4.6 seconds over Jack Keithley. And it's George Lee Wright and Christian Rose, this battle, which is pretty close together. They're about 7/10 apart. Rose catching Wright. And you've got Stephen Baxter in 5th. And it's John Godfrey. And Jos Honig, actually, Alex, just closing in a bit on Godfrey.
Yeah, Jos was particularly quick in a practice session on Sunday night, I thought. So, put himself within sort of 7/10 of myself in the session, and you know, so he's got good pace out there. I think he was the second quickest person in that session. So, yeah, expect him to make a move here on John.
Getting close. He got a much better run through the corner there, Alex, because Godfrey went a bit deep. He's going to have to now defend into the Coca-Cola curve. It's a decent run out of there, though does John. He'll need all of his skill now to try and defend the position, because Jos Honig is on the prowl and he's looking to try and get up into that 6th position. Turn 1. Oh, it's very wide, it's Honig, and that's going to make... He's made a right pig's ear in that, because going wide there doesn't really help you like it might do in the arena section, Alex, because you've got to go immediately left.
Yeah, exactly. And not even just a gentle left, you know, a long one. So yeah, ridiculously tight. So yeah. Person behind as well, Josh Thompson. He was very quick compared to these guys last lap as well. So he's bearing down on them at some rate of speed.
Thompson's almost as fast as the leader, so he will catch Honig soon, I think. Although he hasn't got long to do it. He's only got 2.5 laps to go. They go into the final sector then.
1.3 seconds.
Yeah, I think he'll catch him, but whether he can pass him or not, don't know, because he's running out of time, is Thompson. He goes wide and help him. Pete Berryman can't do anything about John McCutchinson. It's 9th and 10th for those two gentlemen. And Loozenhoorn is in 12th.
Oh, as Lebert just has a big old moment in the final corner as well.
Tom Depke's just going to drive right by Martin van Loozenhout here, Alex, like he's not even there. That's the
that wing damage.
the damage for you. But it's good really because he made, in a way, because he made a mistake, hit another car and doesn't just get away with scot-free, does he? That's been the complaint in this car sometimes in the past.
Yeah, and Pete Berriman obviously who got caught up in that as well.
Becky spins. You're going to get it back round again. I don't know what happened there, and I didn't see it, and I didn't want to.
Close your eyes, head behind the pillow.
Wait, that looks very close. I don't know if it was or not. Oh, he got out of the racing line. That was decent. He tried to do a complete spin turn, but he just didn't have enough grip. They had too much grip. That's the one thing about the Renault at low speed. It don't really have a hell of a lot of wheel spin, does it? So trying to do a quick 360 is quite difficult.
Even Inskip, as he's known, debut race as well, sitting in 11th place right now, tucked up behind Pete. Pete obviously with a little bit of damage out there after the contact.
Look at the closing speed here. He almost ran into him, the fact that he was so much faster. He's going to probably have a go into the chicane with that extra speed. He's quicker through the corner as well. And he's going to pull to the inside. He's going to go through the kink. Berriman's on the inside, but he just can't defend that. And he's going to feel hard done by him because it wasn't his mistake.
Oh, look at this as well for third place. Rose definitely sizing something up as he takes a much wider line through the final corner, so he gets that slipstream 0.2 of a second as they cross the start-finish line.
White flag is out, so this will be the final lap, lap 9. Rose, now you've got to really try and approach this first couple of corners differently on this layout. Dorsley Wright did that perfectly.
Yep. Yeah, moved that half a second, 0.3 gain just in that one corner, so perfect.
The thing is, it's an interesting corner from our point of view watching the racing, because not one that we normally see, and the drivers won't have done it that many times, whereas obviously the layout that we're used to, you could do that in your sleep really. I mean, we did hundreds of laps around here in the past.
Looks like Martin's gone on the last lap. All that hard
disqualified,
work.
Was he? Maybe? Could have been.
Maybe.
I reckon that was a disqualification because he was doing okay considering the damage.
Thompson got past Honig.
Yeah, and Honig going right with him. Very, very close. Having to defend Honig, I don't think he can do anything. John Godfrey just in front of them as well. This would be a good result for Godfrey if he can keep it, Alex.
Yeah. Yeah, he runs a little wide. He's not got the best of exits. Honig got a good one as well.
The Bears
under the cosh.
The Bears coming through the final corner. Round the Coca-Cola curve. The final time he started third, and he's going to come through. He's going to take race one of the evening here. Jack Keithley second. Who's going to be third? Is it going to be George Lee Wright? Is it going to be Christian Rose? Rose trying his best out of the last corner. It's going to be George Lee Wright. Gets on the podium. A really good result for him. Rose in fourth, Baxter fifth. Who's going to get sick? Going to be John Godfrey, who gets that ahead of Josh Honig, Josh Thompson, and John McCutchinson. Stephen Inskip in 10th place, ahead of Pete Berriman, who just packs it up. I don't blame him really after that. Not really nothing really
Mitchell
he could do.
And Denton all fairly close as well.
Yeah, very, very close there, and they've all gained a place, of course, on that last lap because of the end of Van Loozenhout. So Depke 12th, Cullinan 13th, and Mitchell 14th, and then 15th for Denton. Verke in 16th, Plumley 17th, and then Kip Stevens, who's not had the best race, to be honest. Stevens struggled out there really, but he's going to come through and he's going to finish the race again like he so often does. He's going to get a place on the final lap as well, so he'll be happy with that. 18th place, 1 minute 17 down. Then Van Loozenhout will finish 19th. Dave Baker was 1 lap down. He comes across in 20th place.
Let's see what happened to Dave.
I would imagine he got hit by I would imagine he might have got hit when his wheel disconnected.
Ah.
Baker's wheel disconnected. There we go. So poor qualifying and just a poor race. He's got 3 more to put that behind him. Anwar Smith in 21st. Daniel Hunt, we saw him qualify 17th. We didn't see exactly what happened to him after that. Right then, Alex. First time this evening that we bring out the Wheel of Fortune to decide who's going to be on pole position. Yeah, who's it going to be?
Yep, just give me a moment as we're just the standings are just flicking down.
No worries.
See who's going to be able to jump in on this.
Enjoyed that race, mate.
Yeah, it was good. And like you say, the layout actually not too bad. In some parts actually, it does take away an overtaking spot into turn 1, doesn't it? So it's a bit easier to defend that.
Yeah, a little bit, wasn't it? And yeah, no, it was a good race, good action, some good slipstreaming action, and some good overtaking. So that's what we want, and hopefully we can get a bit more of it into the other 3 races as well.
Right, okay then, over to the wheel. Who is going to get that pole position? Full, Mr. 24th. Looks like it's going to be 18th. It is indeed.
Stevens. There he goes. So the 2-time British Sim Racers Touring Car Champion, and of course the reigning Winter Series Champion, he's going to be put onto pole position. So, well, join us after the break to see how he gets on. There's 3 races to go of the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Formula Renault Championship, and that will be after this break.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Truex in the outside contact, mate. 56 slides it at a 4. Who's gonna be at the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Welcome back to the Nurburgring for round 2 of the evening, round 42 of the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Formula Renault Championship. Woodhouse and Alex Simpson with you from one of the most historic tracks in the world, and I'll tell you what, it gave us a very good race first time round. And with the reverse grid, quite a sizable one at that, I think we're going to have quite a special race too.
I think we will. I think this will be interesting to see how this one all pans out. It's going to be it's going to be interesting to see how the judges, because that turn 1 where it definitely saw that actually takes away an overtaking opportunity to somewhat. It's very easy to sort of defend there now, so it really does just make most of the moves are going to happen down into the hairpin and into the chicane probably.
Yeah, because you can't. Used to be, fairly possible for you to go around the outside, didn't it? Or at least like.
Well, yeah, because you got the
a
inside
fight back
then,
for
but
the outside.
yeah, but now it's if you go deep around the outside, you're far too tight for the left-hander.
Although I don't know if you've seen what Jack Keithley and Samuel Libert were just doing in practice. If you can see that, if you can find that actually, maybe even show a replay of that. That's kind of the other alternative, isn't it? Really, like, go quite quickly through the first corner, shoot to the inside, and kind of do a block pass. That might be the other option.
Yeah, I'm just seeing if I can find that.
Just at the start of this lap that they're on, it was just interesting how that could definitely be the alternative if you're trying to go around the outside there. You have a chance, but you've got to go really, still got to be alongside and carry a lot of speed through the corner.
Yeah, I'm just about to see exactly that as you were talking, so heading down the straight.
Tell it was something you kind of wanted to practice.
Yeah, you're right. Don't get very good drive off of it. I think that's the thing, if you can see somebody's going to do that, you've got to go, if you're on the inside, you've got to go really wide to sweep back across, so you get a really good drive out of that corner, and then you've got them. Again, that's the thing. You just got to see it coming, so you're not on a funny angle as well.
You don't get blocked off, really, is
That's it, yeah.
So, just like a motorcycle racing pass, really. But yeah, definitely, it's a shame because I think they were about to do the very same thing again. But I think we're going to run out of time in the practice session, unfortunately for them. Yeah, they did. So, there we go. Let's have a look at the grid then for round 2 of the evening. Actually not Kip Stevens. I wonder if he has a penalty, Alex. He's actually starting from the back of the grid. He was the man that the wheel drew onto pole position, but it's Robert Plumley who's going to take pole. This will potentially be quite good on his YouTube channel. Roy Viverke in second, with Paul Denton in third, fourth Alan Mitchell, fifth Rafe Cullinan, and Tom Depke in sixth, Peter Berryman seventh. And that's a good starting position for him. That was one of the benefits of having that poor race, really, that he's starting quite a way up the field this time. Stephen Inskip in 8th, John McCutchinson 9th, Jos Honig 10th, 11th Josh Thompson, and Godfrey 12th, Stephen Baxter 13th, 14th Christian Rose, 15th George Lee Wright, 16th Jack Keithley, 17th Samuel Libert, Martin Van Loosenhoorn 18th, David Baker 19th, 20th Daniel Hunt, and at the back is Kip Stevens. So I'm not sure why, but we will see if we'll see what he can do from there. Red lights are on.
Green, green, green.
Green light is on once more.
Great start from Berryman again. It's a few times he's just absolutely nailed it.
Perfect start from Baxter, from Denton on the outside as well. Verke's going to lead into turn 1. He goes around the outside of Plumley.
So
Berryman's up
tight
into third. Berryman might even be second if he can dispose of Plumley here. Into the forward curve. Already through into second place, Alex. Don't know what a start that was.
Yeah, great start. Yeah, got an absolute flyer off that. Just absolutely nailed it.
It looked like he was going to be boxed in though, didn't it? But he managed to somehow find a way through. Looked up into second place. Roy Viverke leads then in his first race meeting of the season in this car, it looks like. Where's Van Loosenhoorn then? He's already side by side with Jos Honig. That's from about 10th place. So Van Loosenhoorn,
actually, it's
sorry,
not as high as you think it is.
Sorry, no, that's right. I thought Honig was higher up. Because Honig started
who's that?
10th.
Very sideways.
That is
Godfrey.
Godfrey off.
cover. Did he avoid everything? I think he did.
Good job to not smash into anything. Here
Berryman.
comes Berryman for the lead on Roy Viverke. Then Northern Ireland versus Belgium. Looks like Northern Ireland take the lead here. Going through easily. I'd be surprised if anybody sees him again.
Someone just got absolutely tagged. Thompson hit someone.
Depka.
I think. Was it Depka? Martin. Poor old Tom.
Oh.
His teammate of all people
To be
to
fair,
hit.
Depka,
Did check up a lot. Had to check up a lot. It was just.
the two were battling in front of him. I think that's what Inskip and Cullinan. And yeah, so Depka had to brake and he just got absolutely waffled by Thompson. And he could do about that. Nothing at all.
Just on board with Baxter. As Thompson's around on that left-hander, it's like we said, it's very easy to do. See exactly what happened. Did he get help in hand at all there? Going down and into the hairpin. It's got George Lee right behind him. Oh yes, he did. Got absolutely sent.
Would you believe he's now behind Depka?
Well.
Or did George Lee Wright have him, did he?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he just lost control a little bit, did George? Nothing really. There was anything silly in that. 2x2 almost into the Schumacher S's. Oh, who's that round the outside? It's Van Luzeno round the outside of McCutchinson. And he might be around the outside of George Lee Wright. That's a fantastic move. Brilliant move. Although Wright's got some front wing damage, so he's going to have the same problem that Martin had in the first race.
Yeah, no straight line speed.
Berryman leading. Viverke doing a pretty decent job in second place. He's got Plumley all over him though at the minute. Plumley is a BSR TC veteran. Doesn't tend to race in that series anymore, but
He'd like to jump in, you know, different cars, doesn't he, old Rob? And always does a bit of streaming and stuff like that. So always a bit of a challenge.
Go find his YouTube channel out there, Kinduchi, I think it is. I don't know if I've pronounced that right, but
I think that's right.
Kinduci.
Yeah, be a bit happier how this one's gone as well, because he didn't get wiped in the first.
Yeah, this is going to be a better string than the first one. Let's face it, Viverke. Yeah, he looked like he made a bit of a hash of it, but actually got a good exit.
Further back, it's ridiculously tight. Well, the camera angle can't see anything. But
I did have a camera angle for you, and I forgot to give you it. Never mind.
Baxter and Baker and
Candlestick Maker and Keithley and yeah. Oh God, Keithley and Baker very close. Baker nearly hits him, somehow avoids him. Who's that behind? Is that Daniel Hunt?
It is Hunt.
He's
see
never
Hunt on the grid this time. He didn't make it there on the first race of the night.
He's never shy of getting involved, is he, Daniel Hunt?
No.
Oh, Baker as he overlapped Keithley. He's a little bit to the Schumacher S then. Keithley's still in front. Baker now has to slot in behind, but he's going to try and get. Oh, there's nowhere for him to go. Hunt might have a look as well on these two. Oh, he's off. Daniel Hunt very wide.
He's wide.
And that'll
Could get him
there as well. Baker's got a great run on Keithley once again as they go through the DRS. So look at that in front of him.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's Honig. That's Honig, Libert. No, Honig, Baxter, Rose. Oh, and Honig hits Rose. And up the middle, surely. How have they survived that? I have no idea. George Lee Wright's in there as well. And now look, there's 8 of them. Brilliant.
Whoever it was who pulled out from sticking their nose in the middle made the right decision there, because it would have been a disaster.
I think it was Baxter, Alex, who was in the middle. Great attempt there, and look at that behind them as well. That's still Baker and Keithley fighting. They're swarming all over the track. It's
we've got Skip and Mitchell around as well.
Oh, they're just right in front of this group. How is that? How have they managed to avoid that? Inskip's got that. Oh dear. Did you see Kip Stevens just coming in at the end there?
Just going to see exactly what happened.
Oh, it was just like a Top Gear. It was like an old Top Gear moment.
Same as what happened really with Josh and.
Oh dear me, that was good. Okay.
Stay with it. As both drivers have to wait for all the traffic to clear.
I don't know how
Oh God, poor Alan.
I don't know how the rest of them managed to miss him.
Oh dear.
Oh, in fairness to Kim, he just comes around the corner. That's the problem with that silly barrier on the inside. You can't see what's behind it.
You can't see anything.
Ah.
Vaverke under pressure from Plumley. Plumley up the inside of the chicane. Has to pull out. Couldn't quite get it done. Gets a poor exit because of it. That's Paul Denton now with the drive into the final corner.
Hard to make a move stick into that final corner. A lot of the time you get on the inside, but sometimes can't keep it because of just how it sort of is a long corner really. It does favour a sort of a wider line at times. Here's Denton around the outside of Plumley now. That's very good indeed. But again, that's exactly what you said. He got no drive at all. And now here's Van Loozenhout going through here on Denton and Plumley. You're going to do it though, because Denton is fighting hard on the inside, side by side. Who's going to get the best drive out of there? Van Loozenhout does. Denton can need to pull into the slipstream there. Plumley's getting a great slipstream off of the Dutchman. They're side by side. Plumley's around the outside now. Oh, Denton thought he cleared him. Not quite. Plumley in the Schumacher S's. Oh man, this is close. Good driving by both.
Felt bad for Rob there. 1 minute he was looking like he was trying to go for second. Now finds himself in fifth.
And he's done nothing wrong, really. Absolutely nothing wrong. Samuel Libert's the next man. Honig and Rafe Cullinan there. Cullinan's got some horrible front wing damage on my screen. I don't know if that's like that on yours. Keithley now coming through.
Yeah, it is. You can tell. It's look at how slow he is.
As is Baker, and who's that? Thompson nearly wiped himself out there. Baker's a bit wide. Thompson, can he go around the outside here? Oh yes, he can. Just Baker was just slow on the exit. Oh, look at that behind. What's that? That's Wright and Baxter and Depker, Daniel Hunt. That's basically the remnants of that battle, isn't it?
Yep.
That we were watching earlier on. Look at this. Oh, Depker nearly put Daniel Hunt on the grass there, and he might put him on the grass now. Oh no! Oh dear me, Baxter's in the wall. Oh, and George Lee Wright's on. So the two that I thought were trying their best to crash, Depker and Hunt. Oh, Depker spins.
Gonna have a little look at that back on replay because we're on board and we didn't really see anything.
Depker did all that hard work of trying to survive that, and then he spun off. Look at me.
Oh, squeezed against the wall.
Oh, was that what it was on the inside?
Yeah. Baxter trying to cover it off. George just insisting on taking that one.
Is there enough space there to
I don't
get?
think there was actually. Oh, Thompson's. I just joined back. He's been sent. He's into the barrier.
Got massive damage on that. He's collided with. No, he hasn't. He's lost it on his own, Alex. Lost it on his own into the Schumacher S. No contact. Pretty sure no contact.
Having a look at the replay now. Literally, we jumped back on, couldn't really see. Oh, he's trying to get up the inside of, I think that's Honig. Oh yeah, he just loses the rear of the car, doesn't he, over the curb, and just away she goes.
Unless there was the tiniest bit of net code.
I think it was all to do with the balance there, just lost. Now we've got Honig and Christian Rose having a little battle out there.
Got to give a shout to Roy Viverke as well in third place. It's a great effort from him. It's not. I don't know how much he's driven the car in the past, but look at Christian Rose's rear wing, by the way.
Yeah.
Got like half a DRS there, doesn't it?
I mean, in fairness, they don't give an awful lot of downforce anyway.
He's got the drag reduction without the system on that one, I think. Oh, and he's been slightly nerfed by Honig. Oh, he's got a good run out of the corner, though. He's going to easily breeze through. Not sure about the drag reduction there, actually.
Tommy and Lebert up the inside at the hairpin.
That's nice and easy in the Dunlop curve. That's quite a hard move to make.
Denton and Ververke then. So Roy wants to try and hold on to this podium if he can. He's got 3 laps left.
Dan Hunt's just got past Rafe Cullinan as well. That's a good job by Daniel Hunt. But Cullinan's struggling really badly, and he's now got some company from John McHutchinson. McHutchinson's got much more straight line speed here, and Cullinan's a sitting duck here in this race. Absolutely nothing he can do.
Denton up the inside at the chicane. Oh, they sort of have to check each other up somewhat to get through it, but they do. And Paul is up and into that podium positions. But what that has done, that cost him an awful lot of time through there. And Lebert is on their tail now. So 2 laps to go. It might be enough for him to sneak and nick this podium.
Yeah, I think you're right there. And Pete Berryman leads by 12 seconds. Martin van Loozenho's done a very good job to get up to 2nd place. Denton in 3rd, Ververke 4th, Lebert in 5th, Plumley in 6th. This group separated, these 4 drivers separated by 2 seconds. It's going to be between them really, you feel, for the final step on the podium. Jack Keithley in 7th, he's still quite close to Dave Baker. There's not a lot on it between those 2. Daniel Hunt's driven well, hasn't he, in this race up to 9th place?
Yep.
I wasn't really
Hunt's
expecting
got a bit of damage as well. I'm not 100% sure. I was just looking at his wing there. It just looks like it's just not quite 100%. So you know how that can affect the car.
I wasn't really expecting a lot after he only qualified 17th, I think, in race 1, but didn't really take part that much at all in race 2. In race 1, I think there was a
Barry's past Ververke. Sorry, we missed that one.
That's for 4th place. So Lebert now after
I think we can afford to have a little look at a replay, see if we can see it.
Yeah,
where was it? Side by side, going down towards the hairpin. Around the outside, gets it done before the braking zone actually.
Depka, Cullinan and Rose as well, Alex, if you get a minute. Oh. For 14, 15 and 16.
Here he goes, Lebert, sorry. Andrew,
already?
Right on his tail.
Thought I could look away because he only passed Ververke a few corners ago. Here he goes then, right in the slipstream. Denton going to defend it? The answer's no, but is he going to try and pull the outside move that we saw Jack Keithley attempt earlier on? Yeah, he is, look. Late on the brakes, he tries to just fire it out of there, but yeah, not a lot he can do.
I don't think he did in the end. I think, Paul, it's important for him to keep an eye on his points, and he's in a good, strong position. Not every time do they get 4th, do they? So,
no, that's it.
He's leading, obviously, the AM Championship. Doesn't want to compromise that. Let the pro have the place there. He's still got an amateur win here.
Denton's had a good season. Not a lot of top 5s in it, I don't think, but yeah, good performances. Good battles shaping up here, actually, Alex, for... we're on the final lap, aren't we? So it's probably not much point. As Berryman is coming through the kink. He's just got the chicane and the Coca-Cola curve to go. Did have an advantage on the grid, did Berryman. Starting as high as 7th. But it was really his start. He was up to 2nd after just 3 corners. That's really what sealed it for him today. Peter Berryman takes victory in race 2 at the Nurburgring. It's going to be Samuel Lebert coming through in 3rd. Martin van Loozenhout comes across as well. And it's going to be Lebert. Battle on the last lap between Honig and Godfrey, Alex. It could be quite close this into the chicane. Godfrey going to have a go. Yes, he is. Oh no, he's missed everything. Absolutely everything. In another country, I think. These two can't... Oh wait, he might get away with this if he can serve this slow down. Oh, he doesn't deserve to get away with it. Oh, that's very close.
Oh, they got disqualified. Unbelievable.
They were disqualified about an inch from the line. I don't know if you have that on the replay.
Yeah, we saw it. We saw it.
I just wanted you to see how close that was from the actual finish line. Oh, Oh, they didn't cross the line. The line's a bit further up, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the DRS line. Still less than 50 yards from the from the line. And really, you've got to say that it all started from that move at the chicane. Absolutely going flying in there. Kip Stevens is going to finish another race. Pick up yet more points. Only 17 for him. Struggled out there once again, but that was after really the it was the incident at the start, wasn't it, that did for Kip.
Yeah.
15th place though. Actually a reasonable result. Honig and Godfrey, bit of the verbal sparring going on at the minute. Sort of got a right to be kind of annoyed with each other really on that one, haven't they? I don't know. It was a strange old incident, wasn't it?
Yep. Yeah, unfortunately I can't see the chat.
Yeah, no, it was a weird one. It was a weird one, definitely. Let's take you through the finishing order then. From round 2 of the evening in the iRacing MSA races from the Renault Series. Peter Berryman takes the win by 12.4 seconds over Martin van Loozenhoorn. Samuel Libert in third. So 1, 2, 3 for Apex. I suppose 2 different teams, I suppose, there. But Paul Denton in fourth. Roy Ververke in fifth. I think it's a tremendous performance by Ververke. In only his second race, I think, of the season. Rob Plumley in sixth. Jack Keithley in seventh. Dave Baker eighth. Daniel Hunt in ninth. I think Hunt did a hell of a job as well there. John McCutchinson in 10th. 11th, Tom Depker. Christian Rose in 12th. Rafe Cullinan 13th. Josh Thompson 14th. 15th, Kip Stevens. And then the cars one lap down. Jos Honig and John Godfrey. Culprits of a disqualification on the final lap. Alan Mitchell 18th, 2 laps down. Stephen Baxter 19th. George Lee Wright 20th. Those two crashed into each other down the main straight. And then Stephen Inskip, he was the one who was... he was 5 laps down in the end, Alex. He was the one who was turned around at the second corner. That was a crazy one.
Yep. Normal service resumes, I think, with the reverse grids. Although it was pretty good, the racing.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, pretty fair out there. So
Hell of a lot of fun out there. And, Pete Berryman, he had a slightly easier route, but the main thing, of course, that did all the damage was that start of his. You mentioned how good that was.
So good. He absolutely lit it up off the lights. Fastest person to react and got that car moving.
Oh yeah, actually, he was already past Depker, a couple of 100 yards off the line, and then he went up the middle. And he was very, very good on the brakes. Went round the outside of one of the Quaife cars. I think that was Alan Mitchell. And then, he was away and he was already up into third place. And then he gets Plumley into the next corner. So, absolutely fantastic. Absolute masterclass. We saw him, we thought he jumped the start, didn't we, a few weeks ago?
Yep.
It was just a strange one on his end. But, absolutely brilliant. Brilliant start, and that really was the catalyst for his race win. Right then, Alex, it's time for the Wheel of Fortune once more. Let's see what we can get on this reverse grid. It's a full. Will be Kip Stevens again.
Here we go then. Not going to be a full. Oh, do you know what? It might be exactly the same place as we were. Oh, exactly the same spot. 18th.
18th. It would have been Alan Mitchell, but he was 2 laps down, so it's not going to count for him. So I believe it'll be Kip Stevens once more who gets the reverse grid pole. But find out whether he actually takes the front row this time when we return on Apex Racing TV. 2 more races to go here from the Nurburgring in the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Formula Renault Championship.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Truex in the outside, contact made. 56 slides it into 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Racing continues tonight at the Nurburgring in the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Formula Renault Championship. And it's round 3 of the evening out of 4. Andrew Woodhouse with Alex Simpson, as usual here. And Alex, that last race, that was one of the craziest short races I can remember in recent memory, actually.
Yeah, definitely. Lots going on. It's very tight, wasn't it, in there as well? And I think that's where we saw a couple of little accidents, sort of, especially in that new sort of section, turn 1, turn 2. A couple of guys just getting turned there. Just it's very, very narrow, and we were 3-4 wide in some places. It was just crazy. So, but yeah, there's some good racing though. Some really good racing.
Said it could happen, didn't we? But we were more thinking it was going to be on lap 1. In fact, it was about what, lap 4, lap 5 that it all seemed to kick off.
Yeah, that last one.
But yeah, you know, it was a good. It was quite interesting to see how the drivers approached it and that pack racing. There was some bad judgment out there. I'm thinking of maybe the Wright and Baxter incident and a couple of others, but maybe that incident at the end between Honig and Godfrey wasn't the best either. But again, it's what people live and you live and learn by things like that, don't you? You only usually need to do them once before you realise it's a bad idea, and I won't do it again.
Yeah, exactly. When you've got no points left, you stay away from somebody, don't you, on the final straight, so you don't get disqualified.
When you get disqualified 10 yards
really.
from 10 yards from the line, yeah, it's not exactly the best decision making in the world, is it? But yeah, 1 minute to go before the race starts. We haven't really had a look at the track conditions here today. This particular round is 18 degrees Celsius in the air and 34 degrees track temperature as well. What's that in new money, Alex? Do you have that with you?
Nope, don't have that. Sorry.
There we go. Still in
I haven't got the calculator out either.
I could probably find that out as well. I just realised that probably there's a load of imagine there's a load of Americans and people from various other countries that don't understand what the hell we're on about when we say 34 degrees Celsius. 65 degrees Fahrenheit is the air temperature, and 93 is the track temperature.
Yeah, pretty toasty, to be fair. But in iRacing terms, not really. The track's actually quite that's like right in the middle ground, isn't it? In iRacing terms, so tyres are going to be no issue here. Looking at lap times, guys have done 1:39.6s, so I'd give them a good run for their money this week.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to get you out there sooner rather than later. I think we have to. I think we have to try and get you in the car at least a couple of times this season. I'd like to be out there myself once or twice, but yeah, not the case. John Godfrey is on pole position then. Kip Stevens once again then taking to the back of the grid. I wonder do you think those are penalties, or do you think he's just deciding, look, I'm just going to...
he's just staying out of it, yeah.
Going to start at the back. Although it's put him 20th, hasn't it? It's not missed the start as such, so... who knows? He's put him at the back before he's even had the opportunity to grid up.
Getting good results though, so...
Yeah, he's finishing the races, and that's half the battle, isn't it? John Godfrey on pole, Josh Honig second, Josh Thompson third, Rafe Cullen in fourth, Christian Rose in fifth. Race 2 winner Peter Berryman starts 16th, right next to Martin van Loosenhoorn, so I want to watch out for that as the race progresses. Here we go.
Green, green, green.
Green light is on again. What a start by Godfrey, he really nailed it. And Honig didn't so much, and here comes Josh Thompson. Thompson's up the inside, this bottleneck at turn 1. Oh, there we go. Something's happened in the middle. Van Loosenhoorn involved, and I think with Denton and the Bear, possibly.
Everyone checking up there, isn't it, more than anything?
Yeah. Van Loosenhoorn's got front wing damage, so I think that's any hope of him getting a really good finish out of this done. Maybe already. Got McCutchinson attacking. I think that's Cullinan on the inside to the Dunlop curve. Hutchinson braving it out there. Oh, and there's an Apex Academy car on the grass. I think it was on the gravel. It was Tom Depker. Getting shuffled a little bit. Keithley having a look. Oh, and he's going for it, Jack Keithley. You make it? Depke goes very wide. Extending
Side by side. Oh.
He was extending slightly, was Depke, wasn't he? But he's probably paid for that because he's going to get passed by David Baker.
Baker, sorry, yeah.
Sorry, yeah. Daniel Hunt and George Lee Wright just behind them, side by side as well. Hunt, is he going to have a look at the inside of Libert into the chicane? But that's not Libert, is it?
That was
Is
Berryman.
it Berryman? Sorry, yeah. Hunt having a look on Berryman into the chicane, rather. George Lee Wright flying into the Coca-Cola curve. Berryman, Keithley, Depke, 3 wide down the main straight here. Now is Keithley going to try that move, Alex, that we mentioned? He is. He takes a lot of speed in, but he's going to be compromised on this exit, as you mentioned before. Oh, he's done a decent job of it. He can't defend the inside though, Alex. This could be difficult, although he'll have the inside for the downhill part. He's just going to give it up. He's not going to fight Pete Berryman that time.
Yeah, Pete just carried that much more speed and threw it into the corner as well. Can do that through there because your natural line just sort of covers off. It's actually the fastest line is just to take a little bit less speed through there and get back over to the left.
Yeah, that's right. And you can really sort of gain some time doing that. Do you remember that was when we used to race the Super GT League? That was a very difficult sort of section to get right at first. I think everyone was just overdriving. It's overdriving. Yeah, there goes just Thompson. And John Godfrey's like, thank you very much, mate. You give me a 2-second lead just out of nowhere. Here comes Jos Honig. Tell you what, if it's Honig and Godfrey for the win, I could sign up to that because there's already a bit of needle. There's
that's
already
a slow down.
There's already a bit of needle in that one. And Honig just needs to block the heck out of Christian Rose if he wants to keep that position. Thompson, how did Thompson not get a slow down?
No idea myself. So I thought that was a slam dunk if there ever was one. It looks like Berryman trying to make a move and Baker behind. All these guys slipstreaming Josh.
Oh, that's a late move. Quite a late. Oh, here we go. Oh, he does really well there, Thompson. Josh did great there just to block off Jos Honig.
Peter got Dave as well.
Dave's fighting back down the straight. Have a look here. They're not close enough. Get any sort of overlap. Berryman damage free. Be happy with that. Half the battle around this Nurburgring. And Jack Keithley now attacking Baker. These two are side by side. Wow! Almost touching wheels all the way down to the Dunlop curve. Through the Dunlop curve and now working their way up the hill again.
Has Dave got a bit of damage or something? He looks particularly slow in a straight line.
Keithley disappears. George Lee Wright getting involved in the action. Wright versus Baker. Oh, Baker half defends the move, but he didn't fully commit to the defence, did he? And there goes Wright all the way through. Good move there.
Yeah, Baker just looks far too slow to me. He's not this slow, so
3 wide. It was briefly between Inskip, Ververke and Libert.
Honig again on Thompson into the chicane. Through.
Oh, he's gone deep and Thompson wallops him.
Wow.
And over he goes and out goes Honig.
Tried the switch back, but just poor.
Bumpy driving there, wasn't it? And both of them really. I mean, Honig goes very deep into the corner and Thompson just misjudges the cutback.
That's it. Yeah, exactly.
Oh dear. Well, there you go. Christian Rose says, thank you very much, boys.
Me too.
I'll take a bit of that.
Says, thank you very much as well for his 4-second lead now.
John McCutcheon who won a race at Road America earlier on this year. He's up in the podium places again, although Pete Berryman's only 1 second behind, so you've got to think it's going to come under some threat for the end of this race. Rafe Cullinan and Jack Keithley side by side. Cullinan in the Quaife car, Keithley for Faker Simsport Europe. Just lost a driver in Jos Honig. George Lee Wright just behind them. Here comes Keithley then. Keithley looking racy here. He flies down the inside. Cullinan passed it. It's a good job we saw him coming there. And yeah, but that's what you've got to do in a corner like that, Alex. You've really got to throw the car up the inside, and being alongside isn't enough, is it? You've got to go through, properly through.
Exactly.
Early on, because it's such a long corner. George Lee Wright is having a go. Cullinan now as well, down the hill.
Bear and Hunt side by side as well.
Good exit this time. What?
Bear and Inskip almost got into each other as well.
Well, the Bears had to drop back quite a bit there. For Verke and Mitchell, is it? Yep, side by side. Alan Mitchell going through. Yeah, good driving from Alan. Second to Roy. Roy doesn't look quick out there at the minute. I don't know what's going on in this race.
144s. A lot of people got wing damage, didn't they, at the start, and it's affecting them all differently. As Berriman goes for third place past John Hutchinson into turn 1. No issues with the move there.
I don't think it'll be that unfair, and I don't think he'd disagree with me too much if I say that John Godfrey's had a pretty indifferent season so far. Quite a few errors, and if he can take this victory here, well, that could just do wonders for him. Even if he doesn't, it's a really good performance. Started on pole, nailed the start. Half distance of this race, he's in complete control of it. Dave Baker flies up the inside of Rafe Cullinan. Gets that done beautifully. That's the sort of move I was talking about. Dave Baker there. Oh no! Cullinan into Baker, they survive. Well. That was actually pretty decent driving to not crash there. Wasn't so decent driving to get involved in that in the first place, boys.
No.
Alex is thinking, let me out there, I'll get some points.
Exactly.
At least I'll get to the end, he's thinking. Baxter. You've got Libert and Mitchell, and then Baxter. Baxter already going through on Mitchell, and he's got a great run on Libert. Libert's slow in a straight line. Libert's very slow in a straight line. Stephen Baxter flies through. He's going to go around the outside. He nearly loses the car. He has to correct. Somehow stays ahead of Samuel Libert, and there's a crashed car. That's Plumley. Robert Plumley. I wonder if that's just I think it's just a spin.
Steve
he lost it on the exit of the
Dan
chicane.
Hunt side by side.
Probably lost it on the way out of the NGK chicane.
That was bumpy there as well, so it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, well, we've all done it. Oh, Daniel Hunt wrestling the car and almost wrestling with Inskip. Broken the front window. Daniel Hunt. It cost him. It cost him big time. He just got into the top 10. Oh, he's losing the rear now. All sorts of damage on that. Going to really affect the aero. I'll tell you what, Alex, Martin van Loozeron is actually driving fantastically to be up in 8th place with that damage.
Yeah, he is, absolutely. Good consistent laps from him as well.
That is not quick at all.
2.5 seconds is the difference up front. 4 laps to go, well, 3.5. Will Godfrey be able to hold on for a win?
1.6 seconds, but Berryman was quicker. Berryman nearly broke into the 39s last time round.
Yeah, they're in 39s in practice, so...
Oh, I know, but that's practice. And the race is another thing, isn't it? Really? Get that close. Godfrey driving well, though. Really hitting his apexes, and you'll see the relative coming down. It's the worst feeling in motor racing when you see the gaps just coming down lap after lap. 41.1 for Godfrey, 39.9 for Berryman, 1.2 seconds gained. 3 to go.
Yeah, John just needs to find a half a second from somewhere these next 3 laps, and he will be able to hold on to this, I feel.
You know what, though, Alex, that last lap was already 3/10 faster than he went in practice, so he's pushing very, very hard.
Looks like Libert might be out.
Pushing himself. Yeah, Libert, he had the damage, didn't he? And I think he's been hit off, possibly, because... Verke and Mitchell were involved in that, I think. Mitchell wasn't involved, he was just in front of that. Bit of a clumsy one, Vivek, just a little tap into the hairpin. Paul Denton's got severe damage. Where's that come from? No front wing. Got a front wing on your screen?
Too busy watching the Keith Lee George Lee Wright fight, sorry.
Okay, we'll watch that. There's got potential to be good. Keith Lee closing all the time, ducks out. Right defends the inside, sort of drifts again though under braking over towards the right. No pun intended. And I think a lot of people tend to do that, Alex. I'm not sure it's always a great way of doing that.
I always moan like crazy when I'm behind someone who drifts in the braking zones, you know?
It's alright to try and come back and take your line, but when it's that far, when you drift sort of back over, because if he was alongside even just slightly, he would have been hit there. So Hamilton and Kobayashi is the one I always think of. At Spa, Hamilton went
it's already
past
happened, Andrew. We missed it. The change for the lead.
The lead already. That didn't last long at all. 1:39.9 again for Berryman in the last lap. Where was it? Into turn 1?
It was 41.6, so a really bad lap. Yeah, it was into turn 1 for John. He needed half a second and he went half a second slower, unfortunately. So.
I mean, you say really bad laps.
No, it's not a bad one.
It's not that bad, but
compared to what he had been doing, you know, he needed that sort of 0.1 again.
Yeah, you're right.
2 laps to go. He won't be disappointed with this though. This is an AM win for him, and right now he's sat outside of the classifications for the showdown, so he needs to start picking up some AM wins.
Is John McCutchinson an AM, is he?
Give me 1 second, and I will just take.
I should know that. Hang on, I've got the damn thing.
Yes, he is.
So I mean, he's what, 3 seconds behind, lapping about the same time. Christian Rose is an AM as well. And he's lapping about 3/4 of a second quicker, actually. And John just needs to do enough, really, to make sure that Rose can't catch him, because Rose is catching. Godfrey this time does a 42.4.
Oh, Baker and Hunt must have hit each other.
That's not the first time ever that's happened. Oh, Baker had gone already, Alex. Oh, it's a bad rejoin by Baker. A bad rejoin by Dave.
Unusual.
He loses the car actually as he's rejoining the circuit. Takes out Hunt, and who's that? Who's very lucky to not get wiped out? Baxter. Baxter did get hit actually as well in that. He's gained 2 places, but he's also gained a bit of a damaged car as Stephen Baxter. But yeah, it's all happening out there. Berryman leads by 2 seconds already. Godfrey had a poor lap that time, Alex. Berryman 140.0, Godfrey 142.4.
Yeah, we're on the last lap though. I think John's good for a second and an AM win. He'll get a good result.
Wright still hasn't got rid of Keithley completely.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Keithley can't seem to get by. 4 places in this race. Not many.
Baker and Hunt are sort of touring along. You know what though? We've said a lot of things about some of the faster drivers in this series, in that, yes, they're really good, but they haven't always been maximising their opportunities. Berryman involved in contact in race 1, not his fault at all. Since then, Alex, he's been absolutely flawless, and he takes 2 wins in a row here at the Nurburgring. As Peter Berryman comes across and wins from 16th on the grid. Excellent job. Very close between Keithley and Wright again. Going to be Wright who comes across in 5th. Still fighting out there. Look at that.
Mitchell and for Burke as well. It's quite close.
Burke is going to try going the long way around. The road less travelled. Oh, it's going to be close. He's nearly timed it very well. Is he going to do it? No. Alan Mitchell. 12th. Baker dropping well down at the end there. Ending up ahead of Daniel Hunt, actually, still. 15th for David and 16th for Daniel. Paul Denton with no front wing. Is that no front wing? I've got no front wing on there.
Doesn't look like a front wing, no.
Kip Stevens ahead of Paul Denton that time. Denton coming a cropper, I believe that was on lap 1 actually. I didn't actually see if anything happened to Denton, but yeah, there we go. Right then, get you through the finishing order for round 3 of the evening. Round 43 of the championship. Peter Berryman wins the race by 3.6 seconds. I believe that's the best result of the season for John Godfrey in 2nd. Christian Rose in 3rd, John McHutchinson 4th, Josh Lee Wright. A fantastic drive through the field from him, up into 5th place from 19th. He started there. Jack Keithley in 6th, Tom Depke 7th. Finally seems like Depke's season turning round slightly. Martin van Loozenhoort in P8, 9th for Stephen Inskip, 10th for Stephen Baxter, and then Rafe Cullinan in 11th, Alan Mitchell in 12th, Roy Ververke in 13th, 14th Rob Plumley, 15th for Dave Baker, 16th Daniel Hunt, 17th Kip Stevens, 18th Paul Denton, Samuel Libert retired, 19th, Josh Sonig 20th, and Josh Thompson 21st. So Paul Denton, you might get a bit of a consolation here, Alex. You might be able to help him out a bit there with a reverse grid pole. 18th or a full, and that will be his.
Well, we'll see what we can do, I guess. Bring the wheel up.
Will it go to will it go to Dave Baker, who was a bit of a naughty boy in that one?
It'll be 18 again.
Will it be? Yeah.
I don't think so, but it's not far off, I have to say. Oh, really small one, 15 it is.
15th, David Baker is on pole position. There we go. So what you get for being an utter buffoon and crashing 2 people out is a pole position. There we go. And the Baker gets put on pole for CQR. I will defend him slightly though. We saw Valtteri Bottas having a similar kind of moment when rejoining at the weekend. So even the best aren't completely immune to it.
That's it. Yeah, exactly that.
That's what grass can do to you. That's why we race on tarmac, people. Right, there's one more race to go, so don't go anywhere here on Apex Racing TV, because still the final round of the evening to come from the Nurburgring, and I'm sure if it's as good as the rest, I'm sure it'll be a really cracking 9 laps. And join us again for that just after this break on the Apex Racing TV, iRacing MSA, British Sim Racers Formula Renault Series.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
In the outside, contact made. 56 slides it at a 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even. Give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Join us on the grid for the final race of the evening, here in the iRacing MSA, British Sim Racers Formula Renault Championship. Woodhouse and Alex Simpson here for Apex Racing TV. It's been a really, really fun meeting, hasn't it, mate? We've had 3 great races, actually, so far. And we're looking forward to another.
Yeah, I think final race of the season should be good.
Season of the evening.
Oh, yeah, Ooh, getting ahead of myself there.
Was there something you weren't telling me there, mate?
But yeah, I think it's going to be good. Looking forward to it. Who's on pole position for this one?
David Baker alongside Robert Plumley, Over Verke, Alan Mitchell and Rafe Cullen in the top 5.
Green, green, green.
Green light is on. Good start by Baker. Reacted well to the lights. Verke got away well as well. Plumley bogged down in the second phase a bit. Baxter hits Mitchell, and it's all kicking off there. And there, yeah, Baxter absolutely slammed into Mitchell. Misses breaking point by a country mile.
The bear out of shape, but manages to save it. Somehow Berryman's up to 10th already as well.
Martin Van Loosenord, wing damage.
Second.
Van Loosenord, wing damage again. Keithley's off. And that's and someone else is off as well. I can't see, it's happening too quickly.
Oh god, right down in the hairpin.
That's Cullinan.
Oh no, sorry, yeah. That's Hutchinson, Cullinan.
Oh, they're crashing somewhere else as well. They're crashing at Dunlop, I think. Oh, it's a pile up, it's in skip, it's right. What's happening here? Oh, I see the sensibility's just been thrown out the window completely at the start of this one, mate. Martin Van Loosenord to second and he's got damage. Oh dear.
Was he collected with that
yeah,
before
Mitchell.
turn 1, yeah?
Mitchell's still going in 4th. I have no idea how Mitchell is still going. He's got walloped. And then he flew over into... oh no, it was Baxter, I think, that flew over into Van Loosenord. Baxter's off again. Oh, he nearly hits Daniel Hunt. 3 or 4 drivers through. It's disappointing that we've had such a poor start. That I'm not going to even take you through the order until everyone's crossed the line, because it's going to be completely different to what it was. Although the only thing that isn't different whatsoever...
Hunt around. He manages to collect it.
David Baker leading.
Side, sorry.
All right.
Yeah, that's calmed down.
Baxter's had a terrible first lap. Absolutely awful. Honig, I think, had a slow down as well. He's struggling through. There's going to be a lot of cars damaged here. For the likes of Daniel Hunt, it might be quite a decent chance to get a really, really good finish, because you've got to take advantage of not having any damage. And just that extra straight line speed that we're seeing. Martin Van Loosenord's doing a great job, actually, isn't he, in 2nd place.
If there was anyone else but Baker in front of him, you'd have to feel that he'd have a chance of trying to close that gap up a little bit, but unfortunately it's not happened. I mean, massive damage on that wing again. 3 out of 4 races he's had damage, so not his race meeting tonight. He's had an absolute, huge run of race wins, hasn't he? So closing up on Peter and Dave at the top of the table for some time, but yeah, Pete's been able to extend his lead somewhat tonight, and I get the feeling his car is also damaged as well, actually.
Have you got a top speed comparison at all between Van Loosenord and Verke? Can you do that?
I can do that.
See what we're getting down this straight?
So, 222 for Verke, kilometres an hour.
218 for Van Loosenord, so yeah. not losing out massively.
And it's not in the slipstream yet either, Verke, so once he gets actually within that half a second, then he'll get even more of an advantage.
The thing is, we saw even on we saw the Chinese Grand Prix, didn't we? How even 4 kilometres an hour for Fernando Alonso difference was enough for him to come under attack. And look at this with Keithley and Plumley and Denton and Thompson. Keithley's going to try that block pass idea again. Oh, he's just not far enough alongside, really. He can just launch that on the inside. Josh Thompson's got front wing damage as well. Plumley hasn't, so in theory he should be able to stay ahead of this group. I think once we get to the straight... Oh, look at that from Thompson. That's very good. Oh, Plumley's right there. Plumley should get the run. Thompson's damaged. He was damaged, in fact, I think. there might have been some phantom damage slightly because I can't see that damage anymore. Having that a lot recently. Not sure really what's going on with that.
Dropping a few frames here, guys, so I do apologise for that.
What have you broken?
Yeah, it's just really funny. We were talking off air, weren't we? But now all of a sudden we're dropping some frames. So
I will want to say as well, just to point out for the record, we were also talking off air after race 2 that we'd like to see the Turkish Grand Prix back. 5 minutes later, the news breaks that the Turkish Grand Prix might be coming back.
crazy.
We did not have anything to do with that, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, hello! Somebody's gone off at the chicane. It's Van Loosenhoff. He's lost it. Oh, and he lost it. Oh, he mashed the curb, Alex. I don't know if you can see that on the replay. Absolutely smashes the first curb, goes flying up into the air, comes down on 2 wheels and spins round. Absolutely destroyed himself there.
Oh God! And Lebert has to take some. Sorry, that was Pete, wasn't it? Sorry, you had to avoid him.
Berryman somehow is up into second. I've absolutely no idea how that's happening. 4.5 seconds is his disadvantage to Baker. Berryman's wing seems to have repaired itself on my screen. Does it look like on yours?
No, it's still broken on mine.
Okay. Yeah, I told you, absolutely no idea. No idea what's going on. Alan Mitchell is the biggest miracle of this whole race because he's still in 4th place somehow. They're getting hit at the.
You know what? Peter's wing has repaired itself on my screen.
There you go, so you're back to normal then. I'm losing odds hasn't. To be fair, Martin got absolutely smashed, and on my screen, it looked like the whole front wing had come off, and then about a second later, it decided to reattach itself.
Oh, who's that off?
Is it Mitchell? No.
Verke.
Verke. Oh,
Mitchell up to 3rd.
Lost a chance of a podium. Look at this gaggle behind, and it is a gaggle. It's Plumley, Baxter, Honig, Rose, and Daniel Hunt. Good to see Daniel Hunt out there in a single-seater, actually. Not often we see that. Josh Honig up the inside of Denton, his teammate, Faker Simsport Europe. Oh, and all they did there was just slow each other down.
Yeah, big time.
Not how you do it as teammates, boys. That's the sort of situation where you really got to do some team driving. Just try and just make the maximum out of that.
You know, we keep dropping about 300 frames every 10-15 seconds, guys. I'm really not sure what's going on at this point, so I do apologise.
Oh, Denton flies down the inside. It's out of control, loses the rear end. Daniel Hunt, I have no idea how he avoided him. Absolutely no clue at all. Frames dropping, everything's going on. Drivers dropping like flies. My audio's still running, so there's small mercies, I guess.
Yeah, I've tried to kill everything, but yeah, still the case.
Peter Berryman is flying up there. 39.4 on the last lap. He's got the lead down to 3 seconds, you know. But that damage has obviously a bit of a non-factor at the minute.
Yep.
Thompson and Mitchell for 3rd. Thompson's through. One thing Thompson's done very well in this race, whole race meeting, really, he's been very decisive with his overtaking. What I really like to see, you know, don't make half a move if you're going to go for it. You know, commit fully to the move. You've got more of a chance of making it stick, especially on this track, Alex, where there's a lot of longer corners.
Yeah, sorry, you got to do that. Sorry, I'm just distracted here with what's going on. So just trying to keep an eye on it. I've shut everything else down.
I'll take it if you like, and then for now, and then just jump back in if you want, whenever. Rob Plumley's got some damage on the front of his car. Now he's going to have to defend hard from Jos Honig because Honig is all over him. Make for some good viewing on his YouTube channel, Rob Plumley. Maybe not good viewing for him. Honig trying his best to just go around the outside. Now Plumley is going to have this cut back here. He's going to have the momentum. Does he have the straight line speed? No, it doesn't look like he does in that Renault. With the damage, he's going to have a look up the inside nearly. No. Honig defends it well. Half distance here. Oh, just over half distance here at the Nurburgring. Dave Baker leads by 1.7 seconds over Pete Berryman. And Berryman providing what looked like some damage in the opening laps. Josh Thompson in third place, 10 seconds behind. And then it's Alan Mitchell, then it's Martin van Loozenhoorn. He does have some damage and he's doing a fantastic job really to stay in the top 5.
He had that little moment, didn't he?
Yeah.
Over the chicane, but still
a big
there.
moment.
I tell you what, this has been damage limitation, this race meeting for him. He still picked up good points in every race. So
Plumley off and Rose is through. So
7 tenths of a second up front.
Plumley's sliding down the field, Alex, by the way, because of that damage. Sorry.
No problem. Gonna try and get 3. It's the most we've seen in a row, isn't it? 3 races, 1.
Yeah, Van Loozenhoorn did that, didn't he? Races 1, 2 and 3 he did. Berryman trying to get 2, 3 and 4. He tries for the inside. And the World Championship driver has to pull out of that. Baker's got a good exit from that slow section. Let's not forget, Alex, that this is a man named Pete Berryman who finished in the top 5 in last year's World Championship.
Yeah, no slouch. Still got it as well. Just
oh, look at this! Look at this! So close between Baker and Berryman. Centimetres from disaster. That's a good move by Baker. The fight back at Dunlop. He didn't get the traction though. He didn't get the power down.
And Pete had to get out of it just a fraction there.
Berryman's going to try the outside at the Schumacher S. He's now forced to the outside again. Going to turn left now, boys. Tell you what, if one thing that David Baker can do, and that is place his car in the perfect position. British Sim Racers Touring Car Champion in 2014. Oh, look at that. It's absolutely brilliant. This is the touring
Pete
car.
needs to get a better run, I think. That's what he needs there. He didn't have enough of overspeed there to get the move finished.
He's going to try the outside. This could really work. This could work very well here. He went the long way around, got a bit of momentum, but Baker's quick in a straight line. Trying to get the side draft, Berryman. Got the outside line again though. Baker continues to defend. This is fantastic racing. Brilliant stuff. Berryman deep. Baker round the outside. Berryman hits the curve. Baker has a bit of momentum. Oh, they're so close. They're inches away. It's amazing. Oh, they're still side by side. Baker's round the outside. He's going to have the inside here. Yes, he does. Wow. Down the inside. Some of the best stuff I've seen possibly ever on the service, Alex. Brilliant stuff.
Yeah, fantastic racing here.
It's awesome. Baker continues to defend. It's relentless. And now Berryman tries the inside into Schumacher. Oh, I think they touched. I think Baker's front wing hit the rear wing of Berryman, but Berryman is through. 1.5 laps, Alex, and finally the breakthrough for Berryman.
Yeah, great stuff there.
Hats off.
Wheel to wheel, nothing between them.
If I was wearing a hat, it would be off to them. Fantastic stuff. Van Loozenhoorn has got past Alan Mitchell for 4th place, so Martin doing the best he can, really. He's very slow out there, though. Last lap was in the 43s. In fact, he spent most of the race in the mid-41s, so it's not too shabby, Alex, really.
Yeah, it's not as bad as he has had in previous races, is it? So
Berryman. Oh, wait a minute. What's happened to Baker? Thompson is through. Baker's lost 7 seconds on that lap. He had a mistake. Must have had a mistake. Oh, he lost it at the final corner, Alex. It's such an odd one. Lost it at the Coca-Cola curve.
Ah, just took too much speed in.
You think it's all that battling that's just overheated the tyres, pushing that hard for 2 laps?
I just think he just went in a bit hot, really. Just really tried to get the car down. That final downshift in the middle of the corner just broke the back end loose.
unfortunately for David, then it's not like it's going to be second place. Don't know, he might be able to have a run at Thompson. Thompson's lapping quickly, he's lapping in a 40.0. I was 8/10 quicker than Berryman on the last lap. And now Christian Rose is attacking Alan Mitchell on the last lap. Oh, Mitchell twitches in the middle of the Schumacher S. Not the place you want to be out of control. The inside goes Rose. Yeah, that's good. Down the inside, nice move. Speaking of nice moves, and someone who's really just come into his own today, Peter Berryman rounds the final corner. He takes, I think, final race of the night, Alex.
Yeah,
Just
nicely
checking.
done for him.
Yeah, great stuff by Berryman. Van Loosenord, is he going to get this? He is. Van Loosenord gets fourth. Ahead of Honig. Very, very good. Honig was closing fast on the last lap. He was a second quicker. The fellow Dutchman. In Rose, then Alan Mitchell, Roy Ververke, Plumley, Baxter in 10th. How Baxter survived that to finish 10th, I've no idea. Heathley, Stevens, Depka, Cullinan. Cullinan still going with so much damage. So much damage. Both sides of his front wing are broken. The rear wing is bent. I think he might even have some suspension damage. It's not great at all out there. In fact, John McCutchinson he's coming quickly at Cullinan. I don't think he's going to catch him, but I don't know. He was 15 seconds behind at the start of the lap, so Cullinan really in bother, Alex, and it's not out of the question here for McCutchinson, but he might have too much to do. Got to force this one over the line, haven't you? Really, if you're Rafe,
That's it.
got to make it get there.
Get out and push.
He does. Let's get there. Just 1 second ahead of McCutchinson at the end. He was charging through. Cullinan's last lap was a 57.7, so that's how slow the car was at the end. 43.1 for McCutchinson. Yeah, that was a great end to the meeting. A bit of chaos, but some outstanding racing. I really think that might be my favourite battle that I've seen a long time. That was awesome.
It was. Yeah, it was fantastic. I'm gutted. Probably not many of them, the spectators, would have been able to watch it because, like I say, we were buffering like mad through that one. Yeah, not quite sure what's gone on there. I actually ran a second stream just to see what it was like, and it was fine off of a second stream to a different platform. So, to say YouTube giving us a bit of jip there. I had enough bandwidth to run another HD stream. So,
tell you what we could do.
Most annoying.
What we maybe could do is, could we save a local copy and maybe chuck it on Facebook later?
Well, we do anyway, and of course we'll edit it together for Jinx Esport TV when it comes on. So,
That's right.
yeah, the production for that has started, so that'll hit the TV channel soon.
We'll try and chuck that on there for you guys to watch at some point. Right, take you through the finishing order then. Peter Berryman winning his third race in a row by 2.2 seconds over Josh Thompson. David Baker in third. He led so much of the race, and it was a fantastic, brilliant battle with Peter Berryman. Martin van Loosenord damaged and battered, but still in fourth place, just ahead of his fellow Dutch colleague Jos Honig. And then it's Christian Rose in sixth, Alan Mitchell seventh. I think that's Alan Mitchell's best result of the season. He drove very, very well and really should have got that top five, I think, in the end. Roy Ververke in 8th, Rob Plumley 9th, Stephen Baxter was 10th, despite really causing that issue at the first corner. I wonder if probably will receive a penalty, I would imagine, for the next one. Paul Denton in 11th, Jack Keithley 12th, Kip Stevens 13th, he's finished every race tonight, I think. Tom Depka in 14th, Rafe Cullinan 15th, just ahead of John McCutchinson. And then the retirements, we only actually lost 5 cars. One of them was Daniel Hunt a few laps from the end. We didn't see that, I don't think, on the camera. John Godfrey after a couple of laps. George Lee Wright and Stephen Inskip. That was at the Dunlop curve on the first lap. Samuel Libert didn't go very far at all. Right then, mate. What do you make of that evening? I thought it was very good.
I thought it was a good meeting, to be honest. Yeah, little crazy at the end there, but overall, yeah, a good one. Nice to see some new faces. We'll have some of the returning guys coming back as well, hopefully in the recent weeks, and we'll find our sort of our level with the series.
Absolutely fantastic, and hopefully we get some guys back who've missed this meeting, and hopefully we'll get a few new people in as well. So I think that's just all we've got time for here tonight. So thank you everybody at home for watching. We always appreciate following us, and you can do so on Facebook, on Twitter. Subscribe to the channel on YouTube as well. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button. And if you click the notification icon as well, you'll get those to your phone, tablet, computer, so that you don't lose our videos in your endless stream of subscribed channels. All right then. Thank you everybody, and we'll see you on Thursday evening when the British Sim Racers Touring Car Championship resumes. Well, we'll see you then. Good night.